What is up and what is poppin', y'all? We are back with another video, if you know what I'm saying. Period. Anyways, this video is a long awaited video. I've been getting a lot of comments on my IG talking about, how did you tell your parents you were pregnant? Y'all just want to be nosy. Y'all want to be nosy. It's okay, I get it. But yeah, this video, as you can tell by the title, is gonna be about it's gonna be about how I told my parents that I was pregnant as a teenager at 16. Okay, hold on, I'm thirsty. Give me a second. I'm gonna go get some water. Got my water. I was a little thirsty. Refreshing. Anyways, I'm gonna just get straight into it because I don't want to hold y'all up too long. But where do I start off? So we're gonna start off about how I found out I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant. Like, well, I didn't know, but I had this deep gut feeling that I was pregnant when I missed my period. So I had a very consistent period. Like, my period was like on the same day every month. There was only one time where I didn't catch it for like a week, but then I ended up catching it, and that only happened like once or like twice or something like that. But usually I would catch my period around in the same week, maybe most of the time on the same day. So when I missed my period, I waited a week. I missed my period for like a couple days, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait out a little bit. And then a week goes by, and I'm like, okay, I gotta catch my period. But whatever, I'm like, maybe it's one of those things that like happened before, because like I said, prior to me finding out I was pregnant, I missed my period for a week, like a couple times, not a lot, but a couple times. I'm like, maybe it's one of those things, where I missed my period for a week. So the week goes by, I didn't get my period. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait another week, or like another week. So I wait the other week, still didn't get my period. So now it's 2 weeks that I'm missing my period, because like I said, the first week I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let it slide, because maybe my period's changing, maybe I don't know, but I gave it the second week just to be safe. Still didn't get it. I think I got a test, or my friend got the test. Did she? I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember if I got the test or my friend got the test, but I'm pretty sure my friend got the test. Yeah, I think she did. But I think my friend got the test and was like, girl, like, take this test. Take it. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was just scared. I think I was just in denial. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I was just in denial. I'm like, I can't be pregnant. Like, I just can't be pregnant. It was like late at night. I'm like, should I take it? I don't know if I'm going to take it or not. But I was just like, you know what? Let me take it to be safe. So I took it. Obviously it said pregnant. So I'm like, oh my god, like, first thing that went into my head was like, how am I gonna tell my parents? Like, how is this gonna work? Like, how am I gonna do this? Like, I'm young, I'm still in my junior year of high school. Like, what am I gonna do? I think the day after I found that I was pregnant, well, wait, hold on. So after I found that I was pregnant, I texted my baby daddy. Okay, I texted my baby daddy, and I'm like, hey, like, I just took a test and it says pregnant. And he's like, what? Like, you're lying. Like, that's not true. And I was like, very much true. So I sent him the photo of the test. And that's when he was like he just didn't know what to say. And like, we're texting. We're not on the phone. We're texting. And he just didn't know what to say. And I'm just like, well, like, I don't know what to do. But like, I knew that when I found out I was pregnant, that I wanted to keep her. I wasn't like, I wasn't too heavy on the abortion. So I was just like, I think I'm gonna keep it. And he was fine with that. Like, he was okay that I had made that decision. So now it was just like, okay, we're gonna keep this baby, but now we have to tell our parents. Like, this is how this is gonna work, baby. Like, it's all our parents. I think like a day or two after I found that I was pregnant, we told his mom. We told our parents on the same day. But when we told his mom, I had asked to come to his house, and that was like usual, because I was like coming to his house maybe, I want to say three times a week. and then he was going to my house like the other like 4 days. So it was like usual for like me to ask to come over to his house. So I come over here and we're talking, and I'm like, bro, like, I don't want to tell our parents, like, just because I'm scared, you know. I'm scared, like, I'm pregnant, I'm young, like, you know, of course you don't want to tell your parents. So here we're just talking, and he's like, how about we just get it over with, you know, like, we tell my mom, and then like we tell your parents. And I'm just like, no, like, I'm scared. And like I said, I mean, who wouldn't be, like, but anyway, so we're talking in the room. I'm like, I really don't want to tell like our parents, but I know I have to, especially if I want to keep this baby. So then he's like, all right, I'm gonna call my mom into the room. And I'm like, bro, like, you're lying, like, you're not about to call her into the room. He ends up calling her into the room, and I'm like, I got like bubble guts and all, like, I'm like sweating bullets, like, I'm just scared. So she comes into the room, she's like, what happened? He's like, sit down. She's like what? Like, what do you want? And his mom is like very like nonchalant, so she's just like what? Like bro, like, just tell me, like, she don't care. So I think he's the one that told her, like, oh hey, so like Evie's my nickname. He's like, Evie's pregnant. And his mom was just like bruh, like, she had like a very bruh mood, if that makes sense. But she also was just like, I guess you could say didn't care, but she more of just didn't care because, like, she said, like, she was like, oh, like, if y'all planning on keeping this baby, I'm not raising no kid, so don't expect me to be raising your kid. And, you know, like, your job as a parent is to take care of your kid. Like, I'm a grandparent, but I'm not a parent, so do not expect me to take care of your child because, like, you guys are, like, you know, like, you did what you did, and I'm not raising no kids. So we were just like, nah, yeah, like, we get that, we get it, like, we weren't planning on having anybody raise our kids anyways, like, be real, like, you know. So we told her. She was just very like, like, bruh, like I said. But she said she wasn't raising nobody's kids, and she just like left it at that, you know. She had to talk with us, obviously, about like how being a parent is, and like how hard it's gonna be, and, you know, it's really just up to us if we wanted to keep it or not. She wasn't like, she didn't care if we kept it or not. Once again, she was just like, it's your decision, it's your body, do what you want to do, but I ain't raising no kids. And I was like, okay. But yeah, she had to talk with us about being parents, and like the sacrifices we're gonna have to make, especially because we're so young, which you do have to make a lot of sacrifices as a parent, especially being young. But yeah, she was like, oh, like, you're just gonna have to make a lot of sacrifices, whatever. And we left it at that. We just left it at that. Didn't really, you know. And then left his house. I left his house at like 8. Yeah, like 8:30. Left his house at 8:30. And no, actually, I had to be home by 8:30. So I left his house at like 8:15, because it's like a 10-minute walk. Went to my house, and I'm like, I really don't want to tell my parents, because my parents are really strict. Like, they were like really strict. Like, yes, they were letting me come over and stuff, but they're like really strict about like pregnancy and like all that stuff. And, you know, like, your parents, I don't know about you, but like my parents were always like, well, you better not get pregnant, you know. So when I found out I was pregnant, I'm like, oh no, sorry y'all, my eyes just itchy, damn. But yeah, so I'm like, I gotta tell my parents. Yeah, I was so sad. I was so sad and scared. I was about to poop bricks. Like, I was really about to poop bricks. I was so scared, so scared. But anyway, yeah, we get to my house at like 8:30, and we're sitting on the couch. But the whole time, wait, before we got to my house, the whole time we're like walking to my house, I'm like, yo, like, I'm just scared. Like, this is just crazy. Like, it's just crazy. So yeah, we get to my house, we're sitting on the couch, and we waited a little bit. I want to say we waited like, I don't know, maybe like an hour. Like, before, I don't know. We sat on the couch for about an hour, just chilling. My brother was playing the video game. My other brother was in the room. My dad was in the living room too. So Ryan is just like, okay, like, we gotta tell your parents. And I'm like, Jesus. Like, I really needed Jesus. Like, at that point, I'm like, God, you need to come down and just snatch me up. Like, I don't know what's happening. So, yeah, I'm like, okay, guys, like, can everyone come to the living room? And I have two brothers and 2 sisters. My 2 brothers were at the house. One of my sisters was at work, and my other sister was at college. She was dorming upstate. So I called my mom, my dad, my brothers to the living room. I'm like, hey, like, family meeting. Like, I gotta talk to y'all. So my mom already is like, what happened? Like, she got a, like, dead straight face. What happened? Not playing. That girl was not playing. Ryan said it again. He's like, hey, Evie's pregnant. We found out she's pregnant. Da-da-da. Then my mom starts crying. And which is understandable because, you know, like, I'm the last of the girls. You know, it's like my 2 older sisters, then me and twin boys. So I'm the last of the girls. So my mom starts crying, and I think she walked away. I think she started crying and she started walking away. And then my dad, he was like upset and like annoyed, but he was just like, it's okay, like, you know, like, it's your decision, like, whatever you want to do. So yeah, my dad was annoyed and upset, but he was just like, and that's when I was like, yeah, like, I do want to keep it. And they both were upset, but I guess you could say my dad was just more like, okay, like, this is you now. Like, they both were really upset though. One of my sisters was very, very upset. One of my sisters was very, very upset. I mean, I guess you could say, like, most of my family was upset when they found that I was pregnant. Except for my brothers. My brothers were more just like, okay, like, you're pregnant. And they're a year younger than me. But yeah, my brothers were more chill about it. They just didn't care. Like, I don't know if that's a boy thing or what, but, like, they really just didn't care. They were just like, okay, you're pregnant. Okay. But yeah, most of my family was just, like, annoyed and bothered by the fact that I was so young and pregnant. Totally understandable. I definitely get that. But now she's here, and I mean, they're fine now. Like, they're fine now, you know, like, they got over it and stuff. My pregnancy went by. I gave birth. She's about to be here for 9 months. She's about to be 9 months old. So they kind of had to get over it because, you know, like, I'm keeping a baby. But they got over it. And I mean, we're fine now. Like, obviously, they're not upset about it anymore. Most of my family was upset. And I understood why they were upset. Because, you know, like, I'm young and pregnant. But I was just like, come on, guys. Like, you know, try and, like, lift it up a little bit. Pregnancy is supposed to be, like, you know, this beautiful experience. No matter what age you are, you're bringing a new life and a new blessing into this world. And God knew what he was doing. God knew that you needed that kid and that this world needed that kid. So that's kind of how I was seeing it. I was just like, listen, I'm going to trust God's plan. Like, if this baby's meant to be here, then he obviously made that happen. She was meant to be here. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of how we told our parents. We left it at that. Yeah, like I said, my parents were upset. And we just left it alone after that. We just left it alone. Throughout my pregnancy, they were still, like, upset and annoyed. Then I gave birth. And I was just like, okay, gave birth. Throughout my pregnancy and stuff, and, like, when I told my parents I was pregnant, they had, like, freaking 25 conversations with me about being pregnant. You sure you want to do this? Like, you sure this is what you want? Because once you have this kid, there's no going back. There's a lot of sacrifices. There's gonna be a lot of hardships. There's gonna be a lot of times where, like, I don't know, you're just crying and going through it because, you know, like, it's hard and you're managing so many things. They just had, like, so many talks to me, like, you sure this is what you want to do? You sure this is what you want to do? You sure this is what you want to do? And I understand it because they're my parents and they just want to make sure that I'm making the best decision for myself. Yeah, they just had, like, 25 million trillion conversations with me about if this is what I really wanted to do, but this is what I really wanted to do. And even looking back on it, like, even now she's here, I'm like, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the fact that I, like, had her. Like, I wouldn't change any of that. I love her. That's my baby, you know. So yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Pregnancy was mid. It was just like a lot going on. That my pregnancy is a whole different story. Like throughout the whole 9 months was a whole different story. And then postpartum is a whole different story too. Like that was just, baby, that was really hard. Like that was just, especially postpartum, her first 3 months of life, I was going through it so bad. There was so much going on, y'all. But listen, it's okay. Everything's all good now. She's happy, she's healthy, I'm cool with my fam. And yeah, so that's the tea. That's how I told my parents I was preggo. There's nothing too much. I mean, I guess if y'all want more details, then like I could tell y'all, but we're just gonna keep it mid for now. But yeah, so that's how I told them, and I hope it wasn't boring. I hope this video wasn't boring at all. But thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to watch my other videos if you haven't already. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I hope y'all like this video. I don't know if I'm ending this too short, but if I am, sorry. Love y'all. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
When you talk to me, it's like a melody, Shawty, it's like a melody.